Jesse Townsend. Jesse is a personal trainer, a coach at Parkway Athletic Club. You can check them out online and see what programs they offer. If you want to reach out to me, you can get me at stevemain.com if you want to leave a message. Also, we encourage you to leave comments in the comment section here, and dispute what we say, agree, whatever you want. But we like the conversation. We'll try to get to your questions if you have them. So welcome, Jesse.
Yeah, Steve, good to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Okay, let's continue talking about TRT. TRT stands for testosterone replacement therapy. And it's a big topic right now. Is that a performance enhancing drug? What's the difference between that and taking steroids? So what are your initial thoughts on that? And then I'll give you
Yeah,
mine.
yeah. So first of all, TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, it kind of just even with the name puts it into kind of a different category on its own. So what that does is, for most people that know, even a little bit about it, TRT is going to be directing them more so to go through a physician, have some possible blood work done in the beginning of it is probably the process that they do. Try to figure out sort of, where you're at right now for whatever point of life that you're in, meaning where your level's at for testosterone in relation to where they should be. And then they put together, what is going to be a therapy, just like any other type of therapy program, really, which is going to be usually progression systems, meaning starting at a certain level, possibly continuing to test your levels and see what that does to bring you to only what really they're looking to do is get you to what is considered, normal category or normal level of where your testosterone should be. So that's, kind of in a nutshell, that's sort of, give or take a little bit, maybe that's what TRT really is.
Yeah, you're replacing what's missing. And if anybody listening to this, on YouTube, there's a lot of good doctors that specialize in hormones. Just do a search on YouTube and you'll get a lot of good information. Now, there's really, really good hormone specialists for men, and then there's some not so good. There's some average. So again, if you've been watching, I'm on testosterone replacement therapy. Am I fit because of that? No. Is it enhancing my performance from an athletic standpoint? No. It's just a normal amount. So you want to be getting your blood work done. You want to work with the best specialists that you can. And all you're doing is you're trying to keep your hormone levels normal. And there's a lot of hormones that can be affected if you start TRT. I've started it. I'm 60 years old though. So it's normal for my testosterone to be a little lower. So you want to make sure you get the right level for you, and you have to get the right doctor that understands not just that, but all the hormones. I'm a big advocate of TRT. I'm not an advocate of taking any other type of drugs to stabilize your hormones. I think there's natural ways to do it, but sometimes you need that little boost. And there's multiple ways to take testosterone. There's injections. That's what I do. And if you spread a small amount, a very small amount over the week, 2 or 3 injections a week, most people are going to get the best effect and stabilize their hormones without messing other stuff up. If you do it that way, again, you got to talk to the doctor, and everyone's different. Everyone's different. Some it doesn't really affect, some it affects more. So it's really important to get working with a doctor that's going to work with you and get your body figured out so you can get the right amount. And we're talking about very small amounts here.
Yeah.
Very small amounts. This is not, a steroid injection or a performance enhancing drug injection, because it's too small of amount. It's just an amount to replace what you're missing. So that's the whole deal behind it. And a lot of the general practitioners, they don't test for this, but they should. You go get your blood work and you're over 40, in my opinion, you for sure should have your hormones tested.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. I mean, so over the years, I have plenty of experience with people that I've worked with that have been on testosterone replacement therapy. Like for me, going back to, even like about 15 years ago when I really kind of was digging into this stuff and learning, more about, of course, training and just kind of developing my knowledge. And this stuff then at that point, testosterone replacement therapy, it was a little less common than it is nowadays, meaning not as many people were open to it. Not as many of what you call your average day users were open to it. And again, there's always that leakage, kind of like we've been talking about in these other, interviews that we've done along the same line. There's always that leakage of the negativity and the bad, parts of steroids and the drugs and, that kind of leaks into it because, it's familiarized and it's, linked together just simply by saying it's testosterone, so testosterone is, a steroid, and it is a steroid that's done things like, we have cases of wrestlers that have been on, different steroids and also drinking, alcohol and maybe taking other types of drugs who have done, pretty heinous things and has been, put through the media and shown to the entire world. And a lot of what comes out of that is they lean heavy on the, the steroid side of it, man. Like the steroid abuse is what led to all of those things. Not, not that they're talking about too much about, maybe the other drugs that were in the person's body or the idea that he drank so heavily, that day that he didn't really probably know much of what was going on, maybe was in a blackout state. But the idea that he was a big, or these people are, these big, strong, superhuman kind of people, and then they get in these experiences where they hurt somebody or possibly even, kill people and things like that. So that leakage kind of is always there, and leaks into, the category of it. But they're separate is what I want to say, in this whole thing. In a big way, they are, because what these doctors are doing with people and the research and the extra education and the direction that they've taken is they're trying to put themselves in categories as physicians, as, basically like health and wellness is what they're trying to be, more so than just, and I'm not saying all doctors are this either, but more so than just medication pushers, so they're saying and believing that, hey, with exercise, with, strengthening and moving more and just more physical activity. Plus, if you are low in these levels and you're experiencing a lot of issues in different areas of your lives, it may be energy, it may be sleep, it may be, in the bedroom, it may be in the gym, or maybe all of them combined. What they're saying is, hey, at a small level, if we can take a look and say that you're below what a normal standard is and just get you to that standard, like you're saying, with these, practically almost micro doses of what it is that they're giving out. And I know that usually the type that they, use as far as it goes, from the research I've done, is like a testosterone, kind of like a cypionate, which is a little bit closer to what your natural testosterone, molecules or however you want to put it, kind of looks like or is or acts like in your body anyways. So, you're not putting, again, the same stuff like that, horses are taking for race day, or that bulls are getting, to put more muscle on their bodies, or, it's not in that category. You're not going to take, whatever this doctor is administering to you and run out of the office and, get to your car and pull on the door handle and rip the damn door off because all of a sudden your strength just shot through the roof, but over time, if you manage it and you're disciplined and you follow what the protocol is with it and the other things that you're asked to do as well, kind of like we've been mentioning through a lot of these different, conversations we've had about really what it takes to be healthy. You follow the food plans, you follow the workout plans, then it's the multiplier effect. All of it comes together, and now you're in a position where you can capitalize in a better way and get some more advantages from the hard work and the discipline and the time that you're putting into being proactive about your health. So, I think that's the main point that, I want to keep trumping out there with this stuff is, not telling people to do it one way or another, or this is a must do. When I talk to my clients or I talk to my people that are interested in asking me questions about health and exercise, I pretty much let them know that nothing is ever a have to do. There's just ways to do things. There's ways to educate yourself and get a knowledge base that provides you with what you need to be successful. And I think in this category of what we call, TRT, could help a lot of people, that need it and get them to, a better place.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say is that, look, I'm 60 years old. I've been training all my life since I was a teenager. So a 60-year-old like me is not all of a sudden going to get on TRT and put on 5 pounds of muscle. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to put on any pounds of muscle. Now, if you're 60 years old and you've never trained and you start training, yeah, a 60-year-old could put on 5 to 8, maybe 10 pounds of muscle if you've never trained before, and probably will, but
Yeah.
not me. I'm not going to put 5 pounds of muscle on all of a sudden because my testosterone is normal. It doesn't work that way. This stuff is not magic.
No.
And it's just not. And a lot of people think it is. Now, if someone's really, really big and really, really lean, odds are, yeah, their testosterone is above normal because of something they're taking. Odds are, not 100%. Again, everyone's different, so I try not to judge. And you
Mm-hmm.
hear this stuff all over the internet. Oh, he's not natty. Natty means natural. So you guys go have fun with this, go research it, and you go figure out who you think's natty and who's not. But I'm
Yep.
just telling you, this stuff's not magic. And anyway, that's my 2 cents, and we've got a lot more we can talk about next time, Jesse. But thanks for being with us.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Next time, look forward to it.